What's up, man? So I begin this question a lot lately, and it's about, Tanner, what should I do first? Should I bulk up or should I cut? Listen, we got to approach this way first. What do people mean when they say typically to cut? What do they think? What's the first thing that comes to your mind? First thing that comes to your mind is hella cardio. I think instantly, okay, I gotta be on the treadmill for like an hour every single day, 5 to 6 times a week, and I gotta diet like crazy. I gotta cut the calories out like crazy. I'm gonna go through some starvation phases, I'm gonna just be eating juices every day and only vegetables. That's what comes to my mind, and I think that's what comes to a lot of guys' minds when they think cutting down. They don't think lifting weights, they think just tons of cardio, strict diet. Now, on the reverse side of the coin, what do people typically think when they say bulking up? Well, eat as many calories as you possibly can. Just eat. Doesn't matter what it is, just get as many calories as you possibly can. We're bulking up, man. And then most commonly they think of dirty bulking, which just means eat everything in sight. I don't care what it is, eat McDonald's, eat chips, things of that nature. Just eat hella food, doesn't matter what it is, just gotta eat a lot and you'll be able to put on some size. That's where the common problem is. A lot of people think it's like drastic to the one side or drastic to the other, and that's why people are typically confused. Listen, this is what I recommend, nutrition-wise first. When it comes to nutrition, just clean up the diet. If you've got some body fat to lose because you want to bulk and cut at the same time, or you don't know which one to do, then you obviously have some body fat to lose, then it's likely that your diet is not very clean. So just clean up the diet. When I say clean up the diet, I don't mean go on a strict calorie deficit. I'd say just don't focus on how little calories you're gonna eat. Just clean it up, man. So maybe don't go to the drive-thru and order those breakfast sandwiches every single morning. What about you prepare something in the morning for yourself? Maybe make yourself like a tuna sandwich even. It's a lot better than a breakfast sandwich. Cut out the snacks and just add in some more fruits and vegetables. Just try and clean up the diet a little bit, and just simply from that, you're gonna notice you're losing a lot of body fat without you having to go on like the strict, super crazy diet or do the intermittent fasting, which I absolutely hate, which is ridiculous. I don't wanna starve myself for 16 hours a day. So just clean up the diet. Add in some fruits, add in some vegetables, fill up on those foods, and you'll notice you'll have a lot less room for other unhealthy stuff. Try 2 cups of vegetables every single day and 2 large pieces of fruit, and you'll notice there's gonna be quite a big change after a little bit from doing that. Now, when it comes to training, should you do just cardio or should you do just weightlifting? Listen, I would say do the weightlifting. Because when you're weightlifting, you're doing 2 things. You're actually burning calories because your body's in motion, you're burning calories by performing the exercises, and then you're also breaking down muscle fiber. And so you have a little bit of a cleaned up diet, like I said, adding in the fruits and the vegetables, that you're still gonna be getting your proteins, so you're gonna be able to build lean muscle mass at the same time as you're burning body fat. And then like I typically like to do when I'm working out, I like to reduce the amount of rest between sets, because I think a lot of guys rest way too long between sets, like 1.5 minutes and 2 minutes between sets that aren't max effort lifts, because if you're doing a max effort bench press, then you definitely want to rest between 1 to 3 minutes, depending on at what stage of the max effort lift you're doing. You're not trying to push your body, you're just trying to test your body. But anything that's not a max effort lift, man, you need to reduce those rests. So like 30 to 45 seconds, because when you do that, 1, you get out of the gym quicker, and 2, you demand a lot more out of the muscles, and then it's also more cardiovascularly demanding. You're gonna be burning more calories too by doing that, by condensing in this short period of time and really pushing yourself. Don't try and kill yourself, give yourself sufficient rest, but be strict on the rest. And then pushing the body to failure too. So on say a bicep curl, for example, just as an example, lifting to the point when the arm can barely get up, you're gonna break down a ton of muscle fiber, and you're also gonna be burning a ton of calories too, because you're pushing your body to such limits. So, by the weight training, you're gonna burn a ton of calories if you do it properly and you're not, just lackadaisically walking through the gym and just performing exercises. So I'd recommend lifting weights, but then if you want to as well, then go ahead and add in a little bit of cardio. For me, for example, when I'm trying to build lean muscle mass and trying to burn body fat at the same time, and I'm leaning more towards I kind of need to burn the body fat a little bit more, then I might add in like 2 or 3 days of cardio for like 10 to 15 minutes. And that's a week, 2 to 3 cardio workouts per week for like 15 minutes. And I just go running, and it's effective. And I'm able to simultaneously build muscle mass and burn fat. That's my effective strategy, okay? So let me bullet point it for you. First, clean up the diet. Add in 2 cups of vegetables and 2 large pieces of fruit into your diet every single day. Number 2, start lifting weights a little bit more effectively. Lift weights, okay? But reduce your rest to 30 to 45 seconds between sets, unless it's a max effort lift. Take your time there. push to failure as well on each one of those sets. Demand more out of your cardiovascular system. Push the body a little bit harder. And number 4, if you feel that you need it, then go ahead and just add in 2 to 3 days of cardio, 15 minutes or whatever you want to do. I don't feel like I have to push it quite that hard. I kind of go for a fairly moderately paced run. That's what you can do. You don't have to do one or the other. If you want to do them both simultaneously, you know, that's what I do. And I've been able to do it successfully for years. I've been able to develop a six-pack and build tons of lean muscle mass. I mean, I think, hopefully, by combining the two. You don't have to do one or the other. You can have a healthy balance, and that's my strategy. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, be sure to give it a like down below, and also be sure to subscribe for weekly workout tips and nutrition tips that you won't want to miss. Thanks so much for watching, guys. See you in the next video.